Hey, it's Drybear. The wait is finally over today, and very soon we will be getting access to Dragon's Dogma 2. So as a final prep video, we'll talk about the release times in your region for when you'll get access to Dragon's Dogma 2, as well as everything that you can do now in the next 12 hours or so to be ready for the game launch. And of course, it still applies to people that have other obligations, work, family, other things, where they aren't able to play later tonight and are be playing later this weekend, next week, and beyond. All of this still applies. Let's begin with probably the hottest topic for the game right now, which is going to be FPS concerns, performance, and other things. It's looking like we had some rumors that the FPS was going to be pretty bad, even on PC, and it's looking like it's going to be actually pretty manageable, pretty good across the board. Doesn't mean there aren't going to be issues, but the people that got early access, seems like most of them are having no issues with it. But, you know, of course, it all depends on your individual machine and how well it runs and what interactions there may be between your hardware and the game itself. Now, that being said, if you are playing on PC, make sure that you update your drivers. This is a good thing to get in the habit of doing anytime there's a new release. Every major GPU platform has updated with brand new drivers this week for all the new games, specifically Dragon's Dogma 2 coming out. So if you haven't gone and updated your GPU drivers, make sure you do that today before you play, as it will make a pretty big difference in making sure there are less issues or no issues when you jump into the world. There will also be preloading available for Dragon's Dogma 2 on PC and console. It's looking to be around 70 gigabytes for the full download, so if you want to clear space for that, you can have that ready. And it looks like it's going to be available to preload on PC and console about 4 hours before your designated release time, which is going to be pretty soon here later today. You should be able to preload the game and get everything set up. Next, looking at the console release dates, console release is actually going to be synchronized, which means it's going to be local time. So this will be different times around the world. I don't know why they did this separately. This might have been a requirement for PlayStation and the Xbox Microsoft Store, but this is going to be exactly midnight local time for every region around the world except for the Pacific region in the United States. So the Western region in the United States is going to be coming out at around 9 p.m. PDT. Every other region is going to be your local time at exactly midnight tonight, or Friday, March 22nd, your local time, which will be different times globally, because every local time is different, but it's going to be your local time, midnight, for console. That's PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. However, PC is going for a simultaneous release, which means that globally, if you are up on a space satellite, the release of Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be at the exact same moment for anyone around the Earth on PC that are playing that way, which of course will equate to a different local time as the time zones differ across the world. So from that standpoint, for East, it's going to be at around 8 p.m. Pacific is going to be around 5 p.m. Toronto is 8 p.m. Same time zone there. London is going to be midnight. Paris is 1 in the morning. Helsinki 2 in the morning. Seoul is 9 in the morning. Tokyo 9 in the morning. You can see all the times listed here on screen for all the different changes here, but it's all going to be a simultaneous release for you, and also means that you can back that up about 4 hours for the preload of Dragon's Dogma 2 on your PC from this release time in your local time zone. The next thing you can do is make your characters. Now I'm going to go through the character creator a little bit here so we can get everyone caught up, but the character creator is available for download right now on PC and console. If you're on PC, you can find it for free on the Steam launcher, and if you're on console, it's a little bit harder to get to. You actually have to go to the exact PSN store or the Microsoft store and find the actual character creator. Character creator and storage is listed there, and you'll be able to download that separately and create your characters, your main pawn and your Arisen. And these will be saved so that you can use them on your launch, so you can save time as soon as it goes live. You can very instantly just go ahead and grab it, jump right into the game. But if you haven't downloaded the character creator and used it, or you haven't taken the time to create a character, you can just jump in and do it yourself, or you can actually just use slider information from people that have made characters all across the internet. It's very easy to just go ahead and just slot that in and use that for your character. I myself, I made made about 30 different character examples on my channel that you can use for inspiration or as a base, or just use it straight up if you like the way the character looks. I'll leave that link down below in the description and in the comments as well if you're looking to get some inspiration for characters there. But 30 different characters. All you have to do, the two things that matter most that will lock you out from being able to have the correct character is going to be the race, which is going to be Beastren or humanoid, and then the gender, which is going to be masculine or feminine. And if you have those two things correct, along with the base head, as every race, every character shape has base head options that will change the default bone structure of that character. Those are the two things you need to have correct. So if you're looking at slider information online, either if it's going to be from my 30 examples or from someone else you found online, just make sure that you have the same race and gender option, and then the same base head. And then as long as you put the sliders on screen to exactly what they have listed, you will have the exact same character on screen. But you can use that for whatever character you want to create, main pawn, your Arisen, or anything else. Another reminder that time is running out for the pre-order bonus. So if you want to get the pre-order bonus of the quartet, the golden weapons for the characters, make sure you pick up either the standard edition or the deluxe edition for the game. I also have a video covering all of the benefits for the deluxe edition and pre-order bonuses if you're curious about that. So I'll leave that link in the description as well, so you can check that out. The summary of that is that there's no major benefits. It's only $10 more USD for the deluxe edition. You will get some cosmetic options and some early game items that are useful, but by the early, like mid-early game, the bonuses you have from the deluxe edition will mean very, very little. So if you decide that you don't want to spend the extra 10 bucks, the 10 bones to get there, it won't really matter all that much by the end of the game. It's also worth reminding everyone that the game is definitely quite different than most RPGs. I've done a ton of videos covering this on my channel, but generally just expect that you are going to be jumping into what I would liken to like an isekai. You're going to be dropped into a foreign world, and you're just going to be able to, role play as that character. This isn't a game that is like a very on-rails story game. You just get to do whatever you want, go wherever you want, explore, test things out, and give it a chance, give it some time, because Dragon's Dogma is a game that in general starts slow and ramps up slow, but is very rewarding if you're willing to go through the process of learning the systems and putting everything together. And don't worry, I'll have many more videos covering the game mechanics and the classes, vocations, party systems. I got a bunch of videos planned to get you covered for the game itself once we finally have it live and all the embargoes are all lifted and everything's out in everyone's hands and everyone's playing. But for now, just be willing to jump into the world and express yourself however you may want to, because you might be surprised with what comes out. And some other general reminders for people that are fresh coming into the series as well: you can change vocation at any time during the story. You'll just pay a cost at a vendor and you'll have to level up that new vocation. There are no restrictions when changing between vocations. People have asked, do I have to start a warrior or a fighter in order to become a Mystic Spearhand? No, you have access to all of those vocations. Keep in mind that the hybrid vocations and the specialized vocations, so the Trickster, the Mystic Spearhand, the Magic Archer, and the Warfarer, are all exclusive to your main character and cannot be selected by pawns. The pawns will be able to select the first initial 6 of vocations, which is Archer, Thief, Fighter, Mage, Warrior, and Sorcerer, and you can mix and match those as you please. You can level up and equip and gear out and change vocation on your main pawn that is always with you, and then the 2 support pawns that you summon in through the rift can be swapped in and out dynamically. You can hot swap them, so if a pawn doesn't suit your needs, you can dismiss them in the rift, bring a new one in, and those will be pawns from other people's worlds, so you can actually look to see what gear they have, what experience they have, what knowledge they have. And getting a knowledgeable pawn is going to be super useful because they can help guide you on quests, they can help direct you in navigation to make sure you're going the right way, and they have tons of other uses as well, and they add to the fun and the banter that happens between you and your party mates. But if you're going to be playing today, comment down below, let us know what your starting vocations are going to be for your main character, the Arisen, and your main pawn as well, and what you're looking for out of the party system. And if you have any extra advice for people that are coming into Dragon's Dogma 2 for the first time, if you're someone who played Dragon's Dogma 1, drop that down below as well, and check out the comments for little nuggets that people might be leaving. If you found value in today's video, leave a like down below, leave a comment for the algorithm to help this video get seen by more people, and don't forget to check out my other channels for other content and other stuff and other things.